and welcome to another episode of GM Talks. I'm gonna show you a game I played yesterday in the Danish league with a lot of difficult positional decisions. That, well, I will try to sort of find out where white went wrong and where black could have done better and how to think in these situations. So I'm hoping I'm giving you sort of a roadmap, but it is difficult. It is, I think, the hardest thing to learn in chess. But hopefully this video will help you become a little bit better at exactly this thing. Okay, let's get into the game. I am black. I was surprised I was going to play against him because he was on the number 4 on the list and I was on second board, but they had two players who didn't show up or couldn't make it. Anyway, I played Jeppe a few times this year. He's an upcoming young player. Had some setbacks recently. I think he's not super well prepared. He should probably work a little bit more on his openings. I think, to be honest, I think all juniors should work a lot more on their openings, because especially the Danish juniors, because when they play abroad, they have problems. Anyway, I think last time I played the King's Indian or something, and in some rapid game and won. But this is my main move, I think. And after this, I think if I go d5, he wants to play the Catalan with g3. And to be honest, it's very difficult to win with black, and I don't like the position that much. Have had bad results, even though I've studied the damn Catalan a lot. So I've decided, okay, bishop b4. Let's just get some random positional game going where I have some chances to win. I don't believe it's the best move in the position. I think b6 and d5 must be the best moves, but it's not a mistake. And Pragnanandar plays this move. I didn't know what he was going to play against it. Apparently he had some games so he played knight b d2. The main move is bishop d2, and I hadn't decided if I was going to play queen e7 or a5 here, but I looked at both, knight b d2, and of course the critical stuff now is to castle a3, bishop e7, e4, d5, and we will have a very, very sharp position after something like this, where black will come with c5 and white will attack with h4 and bishop d3 and try to run after my king. I didn't know if Jeppe knew this stuff, and I hadn't looked at it. It was on my to-do list, which is which is always very long in chess. You don't have that much time, so I decided, okay, I'm just gonna get off the problem is d5 would actually be a nice move. The annoying thing is after queen a4, the knight is misplayed here. Misplaced on c6. It's playable, but it's not fantastic. So I play b6, old main move, absolutely possible. He play a3, asking the bishop immediately. Good move. Take, queen takes, bishop e7, e3, all standard moves. So what we can say here is that white got a slight advantage for sure, but black is very solid and has some dynamic potentials. White has a little bit more space and the bishop pair. So I would probably prefer to be white, but I can play this position with black. Castle, bishop e2, and here I think recently black has done pretty well with just d5 and knight b d2 and c5 and just being very solid. I wanted a more sort of aggressive game, so I played d6, choosing a completely different plan with something with knight e4 and f5. It's strategically more risky, but it of course gives way better chances to win. And of course I have a lot more rating than Jeppe, so I want to try and win, even though I'm black. And by the way, while black's structure is pretty solid here. Here you can play c5, it's probably fine. But okay, knight e4 was definitely the idea. All very standard, and f5. I think the main move here is to go d5. it cannot be bad. It's often a very good idea in these kind of positions to play d5. You don't really want to take something like this. Can be very confusing, and white's bishop will be very strong, and so on. So I'm not. I'm maybe not here. Maybe c5 and queen f6. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, d5 is the main move. Bishop b2, of course, can't be that bad. And I decided, okay, I'm just gonna play normal move here. Queen e7. It's maybe not the best move, but it's reasonable. I'm of course hoping that because now white has done all the natural moves, and now he has to think, unless he was extremely well prepared, which it didn't seem that to be the case here. So he has to choose where to put the pieces, and he played rook ac1, of course, with the idea here, but the rook is not placed optimally on this square, so I was kind of happy to see this move, and I felt that okay, maybe this is not so bad, because I don't think he knows what he's really doing. I don't know, it's hard to explain why is rook c1 wrong. It's one of the things is that c5 is not a big threat, actually, because actually you can just go bishop d5 and knight f6, and you might end up with this bishop down here being bad. Of course, d5 is also possible, but it's a long way from coming with c5, and the rook is not needed for the help here. I think a natural move would be something like knight e1 and f3, and again, white is better. Knight d5, maybe not the best move. I thought it was might be smart. He played d5, a little bit surprising. I think he should probably take and play d5, maybe. That's possible, because yeah, that would be probably been interesting. The thing is, you really don't want to lose this pawn. But okay, here, and his bishop is misplaced on f3, and I play e5. But still, white is of course slightly better here. He has the bishop pair, he's a little bit more space, and potentially this bishop can be locked in. The right plan here and the right strategy is for white is to find a way to make this bishop good. If he can make this bishop good, his position will be good. How can he do that? Well, the thing I was definitely most worried about was not the queen side. I was much more worried about something like schematic thinking, something like this, move the bishop, and f4, and opening down here. This is clearly the right plan. If I go f4, he can close it, but it's maybe not the best. But he can also just take, and if I take with the rook, he'll play d3, and then he'll play f4. So I was a little bit worried that he would find this plan. Then he played queen b3, and that was, of course, it does have an X-ray effect on my king here, and also an X-ray effect here. But the queen is not right here on b3, and if you can't play c5 anyway, then I don't think it's good. So castle, king h8, well, not castle, king h8, just getting out of the way. I don't think he can take on c5. I can probably. I can actually take it. I think I can probably do something like this. Knight c5, and I was trying to calculate something like this, and if he takes rook b8, and if he goes something like this, still this, for instance, is winning for me. So I thought that was quite clever. Rook fd1. I was very, very happy to see this move. This move is definitely not right, but it also shows that it's very, very difficult to play these kind of positions if you don't know what your real plan is. I still think the right plan for white is to switch to f4 and so on. So this felt wrong. Of course, he's a little bit worried about the d pawn, but it should not really concern him. And I think anyway, I felt wrong to put the rook on d1, and And I don't know, it's hard to explain what you're thinking here. You say, well, it looks wrong, but why? It's here, it's in the center, he's getting ready for c5 and so on, but it's not the right plan, it's not the right decision. And I think the intuition you probably have grown over many years is really what counts in this situation. Okay, rook a bu8, very typical Sune move. Just getting back with the problem here, and prophylactic against c5. I kind of like these kind of moves, and he played a4, and I played queen g5. And okay, what is Black's plan? Black's plan, of course, is to attack the king. That's also why I'm kind of happy that he moved this rook away from the f4 plan. That was really good for me, I think. Of course, he does have something, and he will come on the queen side, and it can be a little bit annoying, even though the only place that really weak is c7, or maybe later d6, but he will come in the end, so I have to do something. If I just sit back, I will lose, for sure. So queen g5, I'm getting ready to do something here. I might be playing, maybe, I think the computer prefer rook f6. I was afraid it will tempt him to discover that he had to play for the f4 plan. So queen d5 is also against the f4 plan. And d3, I don't like that move, weakening the king. There's no reason to move pawns here, and the bishop belongs here, it doesn't belong on this diagonal, which is maybe difficult to get. Okay, knight is coming away. Again, he can't play c5, I just take, and bishop takes, and the queen is in trouble here. So he moves the queen, and here maybe f4 is a good move. Bishop c8 is also possible, followed by f4 is interesting. I think I'm fine after some of that bishop c. I played rook c f7. I thought that was clever. The computer really don't like it. And also maybe it's an old man move, actually, that you sort of and this is what happens. Anyway, I like that it covers here and it covers here, and I'm getting ready to put the other rook here, and maybe the bishop down here, and then I have everything trained on his king, and also might jump with the knight here, because when the f file opens and the white squares, it's not so easy to take that knight. Anyway, here comes c5, and I move back, and I'm not afraid of this move. I just go back here, and I think my attack will be strong on the king side. And if he doesn't, he has to. It's not so easy to get something. He can play a5 and open the a file, but it takes some time to get some attack going here. Anyway, he took. I think the best move was a5. I think actually he probably still has an advantage after a5. It felt right to play a5 in this situation. It's because basically he needs to open files, and he needs this bishop to do something. But he took that natural move. And b5 also ready for this move, and I don't have time for this because queen will come. So this is basically or a bishop a3, and he will just take it, and will get either a free pawn. He'll get a pass pawn somewhere. So, but b5. Well, I thought, okay, h5. I'm not sure is the best move. And again, these positional decisions, they're difficult. It's really, you sit there, is it good, it's not good, and so on. And yeah, I was sort of a little bit, the thing I like about it is, one, I want to go h4, of course, but also the king got some air. So if he penetrates to the back rank, it's not a mate. So h5, it felt right, but I'm not sure. He played a5, looks natural, and I got afraid he would play a6, and it. Putting it here felt really bad, and putting it here also felt really bad, because it gives up this square, and he might even take it, and so on. So I thought, okay, I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna take it, and at least I'm a pawn up for now. He has to play something different than what he did here. he maybe rook a1 I thought was maybe the best move. He played queen a4, which definitely is wrong. And because now I get and the idea of course to take here, but also to control this square and control this square. By the way, in situation before here, my original idea was of course to play f4, but I thought something like this was a little bit annoying. I'm not sure, but I was. And I have to liberate my piece, so that's why I played h5. Anyway, take, and he made a mistake, a queen a4. So here black has a good move, and I found it. And by the way, he should probably play h4 actually. That would be the best move according to the computer. Just not allowing the pawn to move forward or anything else like that. I played another move. I played knight g4, and well, we talked about that here on GN Talks a lot. That if he takes it, we will have opposite colored bishops, which is. And this guy can be extremely strong at some point, getting to his king, and still this one is not in the game, so that it doesn't feel right to take it. This bishop must be better than knight, but on the other hand, is very unpleasant. And if he just takes on a5, I'm really starting to attack him now with f4 or h4 and stuff. And you can be a little bit afraid here with white, and he got very afraid, and or maybe he didn't get afraid, or maybe he didn't see anything. But he played a big mistake, h3, and it's black to move here, and it's actually kind of easy. You feel I'm not going back with that knight, no way. So you can just sense it. So take, of course, and nice getting true to the king. He took back. H4 is maybe a little bit better. Here the computer says F4 is even better, but I thought this was just totally winning. And F4, and of course I'm threatening F3, and basically he's dead in the water. Nothing to do here. He took, and the original idea was to take back here and just play f3, just winning. But then I realized that rook f4 was even better, because this is a very serious threat. Of course, I'm threatening the queen, but it's also coming here, and some like trying to something like this. Here I can go anywhere. I'm gonna go here, but I can also just go here, and I'm gonna win a queen for a rook, and of course with an ongoing attack. So he played queen a3, and of course the idea was to go rook f3, and next move is rook f2 or rook takes a3, just winning. And rook c3 is losing, and here black has another nice idea, but it's kind of easy when you have all your pieces out and are attacking. So of course I can get this guy into the game. I don't think he has seen that. He saw, but the problem is this move is instant mate. So and I'm threatening this move, and queen takes g2 mate, or just rook f1 check, and queen takes g2 mate. So not much fun here. He took an f3, and I can take with the bishop, but I've calculated that he's completely finished after rook takes f3. Again threatening rook f2. Queen takes d6, hoping for some sort of check or something. Rook f2, it would be a big mistake. He just takes my bishop, and is back in the game, or winning even. But there is of course something for black here. Actually, it's a forced mate. Queen f2 check, king h2, rook takes h3 check. And this is where Ogre calls the kill zone, where you're just so close to the king, and here queen d4 checkmate. So I'm rather happy with the finish of the game. Of course, the positional decisions during the game was very difficult, and it is it is the hard part about chess, and also very difficult to teach. How can you make some rules about this? Can you how do you approach this in a game? One thing you can do. One thing you can do is play through a lot of games with the openings you are interested in, and see what people do, which plan do they choose. I did that when I was younger. I played through a lot of games with strong players in the openings I liked, just to see which plans and maneuvers and so on they were choosing. And that's better probably, because it teaches the middle game more than the openings, so it will benefit you for a long time. Anyway, this was GM Talks. Remember to like, subscribe, and so on. Thank you for watching.